To diamond in a boat, I have chosen one. Let's travel by. Let's make all the difference. Hi, good morning. Namaste, everyone. I am Diksha Joshi, first year integrated MSc PhD student. I heartily welcome you all to the inaugural ceremony of ICCGNFRT 2022. Feeling very much delighted to see so many faces here around the globe. Thanks for being here. And very much excited to involve in this happy learning. And we'll start the program. Firstly, I would like to request our director, Dr. Kalyan Chakravarti, to give his welcome speech. So please welcome him.
So is it okay? People can hear me? Yeah, so thanks, Diksha, and hearty welcome to all of you. Very good morning. Welcome to all of you to this informal inaugural ceremony of ICCGNFRT 2022. So let me first take that this opportunity to introduce to you our distinguished guests on, if I can call it podium or stage. So we have with us as chief guest, Professor K.P. Sudhir. He's the Executive Vice President of Kerala State Council for Science, Technology and Environment, KSCSTE. So this Kerala School of Mathematics is one of the R&D institute under this umbrella, KSCSTE. He is also the ex officio Principal Secretary of Science and Technology, Government of Kerala. He is a well-known researcher outside all his administrative jobs. Professor Sudhir is very active in his research area. He is a very well-known name in the area of chemistry, and he is actually a professor at IIT Madras. So I welcome Professor Sudhir, and we are really thankful to him for giving us this time to be with the delegates of this conference. We have another distinguished guest with us, Professor Manoj Samuel. He's the executive director of one of our sister institute. You can see opposite to our institute, this CWRDM. He is a very well-known name in this area of research is in water development and research, and doing various works here. CWRDM is a very well-known institute in all over India. And I want to emphasize again that outside his administrative jobs, Professor Manoj is very active in his research, and under his leadership, now this institute is going in the taking really its wings to not only in India, outside India. So we are thankful to you, Professor Manoj, for being with us today. Then we have two very distinguished mathematicians. I could see how Laddie was reacting when I asked Laddie to be in the thing, but we are really privileged to have Professor Michelle Walschmidt and Professor Larry Washington with us today in this small inaugural ceremony. Professor Michelle did his PhD from University of Bordeaux. I know he doesn't need any introduction really, but I was just going through a little bit, and he's the winner of many of these awards that we have, and very recently he's been awarded this by what is that? Yes, so award by American Mathematical Society, and then of course he was the president of the Mathematical Society of France from 2001 to 2004. He was the vice president of SIMPA. Now SIMPA, all of you know that it's a initiative by the French government to coordinate various mathematical activities between France and other countries, and especially in India. Professor Michel Walschmidt is a very well-known name. He's very helpful, and he's almost in all the these Indo-French committees that you will be applying for your funding and other things. So the students can really take the benefit of communicating with Professor Michelle so long as he is here. And also we have Professor Landy Washington, Lawrence C. Washington. He did his PhD from Princeton University, and his mentor was one of the legends that we know, Iwasawa, Professor K. Iwasawa, and he is famous for his work in cyclotomic fields and ZP extensions. And he also, recently he has been recognized by, honored by American Math Society for his contributions to the development of number theory, mathematics as a whole, especially in cyclotomic fields, and for mentoring students. That is another thing that I want to point out, that he's recognized all over as a fantastic mentor to the young students. And of course, his books, as all of us know, his books in cyclotomic fields and in electric curves and cryptography is the book that we all have studied or you are going to study those books. So we are very privileged to have physically Professor Larry Washington with us, and we are thankful to both Michelle and Professor Larry for being with us. This is a little bit about the little bit introduction that I could give about the distinguished guests that we have on the stage today. And regarding this conference, there's no harm in sharing a few facts about this ICCGNFRT this conference, international conference in class groups of number fields and related topics. So the origin was at really the conception came in 2017 when Dr. Rajijul Haq, who is one of the organizers, who is now a faculty at Rangopara College in Assam. And so we discussed that a lot of people are there who are working in this particular area of class groups and number fields and in modular forms, elliptic curves, and a lot of these topics. So why not have a conference? Then, Dr. Prema was also there. And then we thought that let's go ahead and try to see how many people are interested in having such a thematic conference. Because usually we don't have such thematic conference. It's a broad-based topic that a conference is based on, an international conference. But then we got remarkable response for that one. In 2017, at Harishchandra Research Institute was the first edition of this ICCGNFRT that took place. Then we are at the 5th edition of this conference. And I'm very happy to see that, it has really been recognized as one of the established conference in this particular area. In fact, I got feedback from many of the experts that they're very happy to see. Especially, I remember when I go to Larry first time, he wrote that he's very happy to see a conference in relating to class number and class groups, etc. So I'm very happy, and this is how it originates. And a conference, there is no need to tell. We have very young students. Is the breeding ground, for future research, for your communications. All the distinguished people are here. All the speakers are very distinguished, I can tell you. And so the younger people should take this opportunity, the researchers, to communicate with them and to really discuss about your work. this is here, you will see a much bigger faculty strength here, more students, and maybe a hostel block that will come up here. So this is all in the office, and I'm sure that very soon we will be having this development taking place at Kerala School of Mathematics. So this is a little bit about Kerala School of Mathematics, and I am sure that all of you, given the state here, as you all know, it's called God's own country, and I really welcome all of you to really visit nearby places. I know that conference is very packed, but the nightlife is perfect here. So you are all welcome to, after the conference, to go to the beaches and explore the nearby places. And I'm sure that you will have a very, very interesting 3-4 days here, and the younger people will certainly get benefited. And with these few words, I want to thank all of you for being a part of this conference. I want to thank again our distinguished guests for sharing their time with us. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, sir. Now I request our chief guest, Professor K.P. Sudhir, Executive Vice President of KCST, to say a few words. Please welcome him.
Good morning, everyone. Well, I'm glad to be part of this international conference organized by the Kerala School of Mathematics. When Kalyan talked to me and mentioned that there is an international conference being organized at Calicut on mathematics, number-related fields, if I'm correct, I was a little puzzled. He requested me to come and address the audience on the inaugural session. And I said, look, Kalyan, I'm not a mathematician. And what will I talk to these young and old mathematicians who basically crunch numbers and think always about numbers? But then Kalyan said, look, this has been recognized as a very good conference across the mathematics community. I said, yes, I'll come. I'll address them, I'll meet them. And I would also share my thoughts on what? If you look at the history of mathematics in Kerala, the backdrop starts with the trigonometry. I don't know how many of you are aware of the Kerala School of Mathematics and Astronomy, which existed in 14th and 15th century, which was in Calicut. It was basically led by one Madhava, and then close to Calicut, which was around 60 kilometers from here. He had a group of people who were working on the astronomical calculations. The school flourished between 14th and 15th centuries, and the original discoveries of the school seems to have been ended with another person, Narayana Pandit, in 1632. In attempting to solve astronomical problems, the Kerala School, it was also known as Kerala School, the Kerala School of Mathematics and Astronomy, it was also known as Kerala School in Literature. They basically revealed or identified the most important thing, series expansion for trigonometric functions. All those were written in Sanskrit, not in the real digital forms or using the numericals. Probably this was not spread across because of that. Well, mathematics was getting researched all over the world during that period as well, but this was not spread across. I think the proof for all these functions came after 1 century. The real mathematicians worked on this and realized that all these series which was brought out from India and mathematical proofs which came after 1 century. If you want me to name these people who worked on this, I guess there are a lot of people who worked on this. It was basically in a book by Neelakantha, which is called Tantra Sangraha. And again in a commentary of his work called Tantra Sangraha Vyakya, basically the annoyance of that, of unknown authorship. The theorems were stated without proof, but proofs for the series, for sine series, cosine series, and inverse tangent series were provided a century later in the work written in Malayalam by Jyeshta Deva. Similarly, it identified the infinite series, one of the basic components of calculus, around 1350. The Kerala school also produced many great works in the area of trigonometry during the 15th through 18th centuries. Madhava's discoveries are known today as the Madhava-Leibniz series for pi by 4 and the Madhava-Newton power series for the sine and cosine. You know, he has written in Sanskrit what is pi by 4. I just realized it, like the thinking what they had during the astronomical calculation. It started with calculation of the circumference of a circle, which we normally now says pi into the diameter square by 4. That's what we normally look at it. He said diameter square into a series 1 minus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 5 minus 1 by 7 and so on. It was written as a series in 14th century. See, when I was doing my masters, I did not know much of the importance of mathematics and its research because I learned mathematics up to my graduation, right? But to the requirement. There was a friend of mine who was working in reliability engineering at IIT Kharagpur, where I did masters. And we used to have discussions. The culture in IITs are like, irrespective of the discipline, you go and discuss with everybody. And I guess that is what happens here as well. So we used to chat over coffee and tea. And one of the problems or things we were working on is to compute the value of pi up to 22 decimal points. I was wondering, what does it mean? How does it make any difference? I know pi is equal to 3.14. That's enough for me. But then he said, no, my interest is to compute the value of pi up to a decimal digit of 22 decimal digits. Then I asked him, why is it so important to calculate so accurately? He said, this is being used in several computations and iterative processes. He works on reliability engineering. And reliability engineering, most of the computations and simulations are done 1,000 times, 10,000 times, lakh times, million times. Now, if this accuracy can be improved, the numerical accuracy of your simulation, you're looking at the reliability of a system. The numerical accuracy of a system can also be the improved or the error can be improved. That is where he was interested in finding out. Then I got a little interesting. So I also started working for that. With my limited knowledge in mathematics, I also worked in that, and he has actually developed an algorithm for finding out the value of pi up to 22 points, which I guess he has published somewhere. I don't know where he has published it. It's believed that these discoveries came 2 or 3 centuries before the European counterparts would ever put quill to the parchment. A look at the mathematical culture of both India and Europe would provide background evidence that suggests how calculus developed so much earlier in India. Despite having strong historical records, these facts are not well known to the public. In 1825, that's in the 19th century, John Warren published a memoir on the division of time in southern India, called the Kerala Sankirtan, which briefly mentions the discovery of infinite series by Kerala astronomers. These works of Kerala school were first written up for the Western world by Englishman C.M. Wish in 1835. According to Wish, Kerala mathematicians had laid the foundation for a complete system of fractions, and these works abounded with fractional forms and series to be found in no work of foreign countries. However, Wish's results were almost completely neglected until over a century later, when the discoveries of the Kerala school were investigated again by one C.T. Rajagopal and his associates in the middle of the 20th century. The mathematicians C.T. Rajagopal and M.S. Rangachari publicized the discoveries of the Kerala School of Mathematics in circles. In 1972, K.V. Sharma published a history of the Kerala School of Hindu Astronomy, which described features of the Kerala school, such as continuity of knowledge transmission from the 13th to 17th century. Govinda Bhattadiri to Parameshwara, to Damodara to Nilakanta Swamiyaji, to Jeshtadeva to Achyuta Pishari. Transmissions from teacher to pupil conserved knowledge in a practical, demonstrative discipline like astronomy at a time when there was not a proliferation of printed books and public schools. This is the legacy and tradition on which Kerala School of Mathematics was founded in Calicut in 2014 under the Science and Technology Department, Government of Kerala. This is to continue the transmission of knowledge from teacher to pupil in an adaptable manner for the advancements of generation in mathematics. The school has been contributing a lot to the mathematics education and research since its inception. They have been doing a lot of work, and as Kalyan mentioned, they have started an integrated MSc PhD program, which is first of its kind in the state. There is no university or there is no other discipline who offers a master's and PhD together in the state. So this was originated from the Kerala School of Mathematics, well received by University of Calicut Senate members, and it started. This is the third batch. This year is the third batch. I'm glad to be part of the inaugural function of the international conference on class groups of number fields and related topics. I don't know what it is. I'm happy to know the international participation in this conference, which is important, because that basically shows the spread of School of Mathematics outside. And I'm also happy to note that there are a lot of participants from outside Kerala as well. I do not want to extend my talk. I'm sure that all of you are eagerly waiting for listening to the peers who are the established field of mathematics. I join Kalyan in welcoming you to the God's own country. The climate is really good these days. You will get slight showers, but that's part of the climate in Kerala. And as he said, we have a beautiful beach in Calicut, and the night life is very good. You can be part of the location there. There is a location where Vasco da Gama landed first in India, long back, but the location is not far away from Calicut. It's only 30 kilometers from Calicut. So it's very historically important location. Calicut is very historically important location, not only in the mathematics education, but also in civilization aspect. Various cultural exchanges. When these people came to Calicut, it was for exchange of our spices. Kerala is one of the states where we have a rich diversity of spices. Probably all of you want to carry some of the spices back home, which we use. All the food we eat in the next 3 days, probably we'll have a lot of spices which is from Kerala itself. And I request all of you to enjoy the next 3 days here, enrich your knowledge with all kinds of information, which is, I'm pretty sure that you will not be a scientist in 3 days, but then the knowledge will help you in thinking or innovating your thinking and then come up with flying colors. Wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, sir. Next, I invite Dr. Manoj Samuel, Executive Director of CWRDM, to say a few words.
Today's chief guest.
Mr. K.P. Sudhir, Executive Vice President of Kerala State Council for Science, Technology and Environment. Professor Kalyan, distinguished guest Professor Michael and Professor Washington, and other delegates and my dear friends. At the outset, I'm very happy to be with you in the inaugural ceremony of ICCGNFRT. So a big shout for actually when I was looking in internet to say something about this topic, I saw a very famous book, popular book, authored by Professor Kalyan, my school and when I was going through, I didn't get anything because basically mathematics, it's a difficult subject for most of us during our elementary days. Actually, in our schools, whenever my father was the maths teacher, so that normally mathematics teacher is considered as a wicked person, a hatred person. And similarly, water science is also called as a wicked science because water you cannot predict most of the things. A lot of uncertainty is involved, a lot of non-linearity is involved, but complexity is involved. So then how these two wicked people can marry together, bring together, that is a question of today's discussion. Because because climate change is a reality all of us are facing, and one or other day we have to try to reduce that impact of climate change. And that is only possible, especially in the water area, because climate change is mainly related to water and water-related disasters as far as community is concerned. So we have to develop some strategies to solve the issues of climate change, especially by mitigating the disasters and other problems. So that better prediction system should be required. Better mathematical models should we have to develop better mathematical models and better analytical tools, better mathematical platforms. So how best the data can be assimilated, data can be counted together, pulled together, and again sorted, and finally analyze and get some better prediction and early warning systems. And we are also working on that. So we have a statistician in our institute. It is just opposite to this gate. And whenever you get free time in this coming 3 days, please come to my institute, just a few meters away from here. And we have a water museum in our institute. It will be nice of, especially those who are coming outside Kerala. It is a heritage museum, so that you can just move in and walk through our campus and visit our water museum and the laboratories. So that we will be very happy to host you. I request Professor Kalyan to arrange this day during the course of the conference to CWRD. And again, coming back to the science, we are also looking a lot from looking forward to associate with Kerala School of Mathematics to develop some collaborative proposals so that we will get some external projects for this type of developing this type of prediction model, especially water, especially groundwater. Nobody know what is happening out inside the surface of the ground. So that these things require a lot of prediction systems. Mathematical models are required. Nowadays, the mathematics have advanced a lot, and similarly, artificial intelligence, machine learning, hierarchical learning, so that a lot of new things are coming up. So then how best we can join these things together so that better systems can be evolved and it can be used for the betterment of the community, because the government and the department is conducted by science and technology is conducted by was kind of process. Actually the CM and all the government including him, they are looking towards a better solution from us, which can be translated as a good product or a deliverable to the local community through disaster management authority, local state government departments, revenue department. So, if we develop a good prediction model by using your mathematical tools, at least we can save some of the lives and property. In Kerala, Kerala is a very vulnerable state as far as the climate is concerned. We have a very high population density. Our average land holding for a per capita land holding is less than 30 cents. And we have a very difficult topography. We have a hilly area in the eastern side, then midland, and again coastal area. So if you just pile up another 1 hour, you will get a hilly patch, and again, this is somewhat a middle area, and again another 5 or 6 kilometers, you will get a coastal area. So that the climate, any changes in the climate will affect very seriously, in a very disastrous manner to this particular part of the globe. So that we are also looking, the government is looking very seriously towards the scientific community, including water scientists, climate scientists, soil and geologists, and of course, mathematicians like you. How best we can join together and develop some better solutions, which can be converted as a deliverable. It should be in the form of a mobile application or a website or a SMS system or some sort of a warning system, so that at least a few hours before, if the message goes to the community that you please evacuate, so that you can do your property and at least your life can be saved from the inevitable landslide or any other disaster which is going to come. So that my suggestion is, again, in future, wherever you are, please try to include the general science people like us also in your community, so that we will also learn something from you, because always it is a platform of cross learning. Especially this conference is basically, what I understand, this conference basically help us to network each other, understand each other, cross learn, unlearn, and relearn, so that this process will happen in this 3 days conference. And please, the next time, please involve some of us also in this. Maybe a session can be fixed on the basic area, so that we can also be invited, and we don't know the complexities of this number, the basic theme of this conference, but at least one session can be on some general aspects of mathematics, and this maybe which is connected to this theme, which can be used for other scientific communities for their data analysis and other science related analysis. So that, once again, I wish all the best to this conference, and I compliment Professor Kalyan for this very wonderful initiative, Kalyan and his team for this wonderful initiative. And I should say that after Professor Kalyan joined this institute, the face of the institute has been changed. There are a lot of faces have been appeared. A lot of students from across the country are coming here. They are actually undergoing they are getting very good training from here, and they are going to different parts of the world after completing the course from here. It's a matter of joy for all of us under the council, and I wish that the School of Mathematics will reach to further heights under the efficient leadership of Kalyan. This is very efficient. Once again, I wish all the best to this conference. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, sir. So I see this is a good combination of study and exploring outside. I believe these 3-4 days of course are going to be very exciting. Nextly, I invite Professor M. Wolfsmith, our distinguished guest, for a few words. Please welcome him.
Thank you very much. So thank you, Kalyan, for this invitation to participate to this conference.
Thanks, Bert. Now I request Professor L. Washington, our distinguished guest, to say a few words.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you very much for the invitation. As Michelle said, there's a lot of distinguished people that it's back when I first started doing athletics, maybe about 50 years ago, every time I went to a conference, it was class groups. And then fell in favor a little bit because passions come and go in mathematics, modules, verbs, over for a while. And then I started never hearing about class groups and conferences. So, but still class groups are very deep in my heart. And I was so happy when I saw there was going to be a conference on class groups, because it was 2017. So I started, yes. So, but unfortunately, because of scheduling, I couldn't go. And several of my friends went, they told me it was a great conference, you have to go someday. And again, the next year I couldn't do it. But a year ago, even though the pandemic was going, when I was using my teaching schedule for this fall, I arranged it. So if there was going to be a conference, I would be able to get away and come to India. So fortunately, it actually happened. I was very happy when I got the email saying, yes, there will be a conference on class groups this year. And so I'm able to be here in person, which is great. And one of the great things about going to conferences, I think people don't emphasize it enough, is a human side of mathematics. When you actually met a person, it means more when you meet their theorems. There's several people here today who's I've read their papers in the last year or 2 years on class groups, because there's a lot of interesting class groups here. And now we finally get to meet you. So instead of just a name at the top of the paper, you actually face the person. And I think it means the theorem means more to me when I see the actual person who wrote the paper. So it's really great being at a conference like this. And I hope to be here again in future conferences. So thank you very much for organizing it, and I'm very happy to be here.
Thanks so much. Firstly, I would like to call Director Dr. Kalyan Chakravarti for a vote of thanks.
Yeah, so it's the moment it's a pleasing job to really thank everyone for this informal inauguration. And it was really wonderful to hear Professor Sudhir. I mean, I get surprised whenever he comes here a couple of times, and his knowledge in mathematics, his interest in mathematics, even though he is not a professional mathematician, is quite amazing, I would say. And I have learned quite a few things about this old Kerala school from his talk today. So thanks, Professor Sudhir, for being with us. And I know how busy he is. And then Professor Manoj Sarma, and I just forgot to tell one thing during my welcome speech, that this institute, as you see, that we have a very limited accommodation facility. And many a times it's not possible to really accommodate in hotel because things are expensive. So this PWRDM always I have found. I mean, he's a very good friend of mine also. We share a lot of things. If there is any scope for providing accommodation for our workshops, schools, or conferences, Manoj is always there. Even now, there is a Kadeshala going on, but still he get the guest house for us without bothering if guest comes where he is going to put them. So I really thank Professor Manoj and CWRD, in particular, the council, for providing all the facilities. And hopefully in near future, this accommodation thing will be sorted out. And Professor Michelle, we were talking about, Manoj was talking about this application purpose. I mean, the cross learning part. And I can recommend to the students, there is a book by Michelle, From Number Theory to Physics. It's a very popular book. Michelle has written, he's a pillar in transcendental number theory. He's a pioneer of a particular branch of mathematics, but he has lots of interest into the cross learning, as you were saying, Professor Michelle really takes very active interest into this thing. So this book, From Number Theory to Physics, will be of that kind, I would say. Then another thing I would like to announce here for the people who are interested, this Kerala Science Congress is going to take place from 26th to 28th of January. And it's one of the thing that KCST and Science and Technology Department take a lot of pride, because it's really a mammoth thing. Lots of participants and lots of very good talks. And this time it is happening in Idukki, and if my pronunciation is correct. And so that's a wonderful place also. So I would like, even if you are not in Kerala, so try to follow. There will be some online talks given by experts. And I'm really looking forward, and all the students of ours here and those who are listening in Kerala, the registration is open, and it will be a wonderful experience. That much I can tell you. And just coming to Larry's few things here, really, I mean, I was a bit sad that when Larry wrote to me that because of schedule of classes, he won't be able to come. And every year I have sent him, because I know that how close it is to his heart, this particular theme. And I'm happy to tell you one of my students, Mohit, is here. And in fact, he got he's privileged one, or he's lucky one to have a collaboration with Professor Washington. And that's a very good work. And I mean, first time when Mohit had a video conferencing, because we haven't met him before. And then he came back and tells me, sir, he's so simple. It was so easy to talk to him. He was taking a couple of tips from me how to face Professor Larry. Then I just told him that as far as I've heard about him as a mentor, just go and have a discussion. So that's what in front of you for all the students. Make use of this opportunity of having this among the participants, among other speakers. I can tell you we have Professor Mahesh Kakar with us, and he is just, all of us know that he has won this year's Infosys Mathematics Award, and of course he is the first Ganita awardee. So take this opportunity. We have Professor Anupam Shaikia, we have lots of other people, Professor Mike Jacobson, Professor Vita Kala, Professor Shanta, and all this. Anup Dikshit will be here. Lots of other people. So the students, I'm really requesting to take this opportunity, Professor Pandaraksa, and so take this opportunity to enrich yourself and to see a new directions also. Professor Shauli Gun, she is already, very well-known name into the mathematics world. I can tell you she's the first president of this India Oceania, this women's mathematics organization is formed, and I'm very happy to see her here because she is one of my students also from Harish Chandra Research Institute. So all this, I missed quite a few of these speakers here, and take this opportunity. This is all for you, the students, and take this opportunity for next 2-3 days and really find ways to a new world. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, all of you. So I request all of you to assemble there for a cup of tea, even though I know immediately after the breakfast, but it'll be nice to have some discussion there. And then at 10 o'clock, we are going to start the session. So before I end, I have one more information I want to give, that this conference proceedings, Springer is going to take out the proceedings of this conference, and we have already decided the next conference date. So it will be in the last week of October next year. Okay, so these are two announcements. I thank once again to all of you and request you to assemble there for a cup of tea. Thank you so much.
Yes. For